All right. Well, this is another fun-filled Q&A. This time, the question that we have had is, people think we have been all over the place. We have not been all over the place. We as a channel have not been everywhere. Yes, we have been out to Utah and to California, and we've been up and down the East Coast, but we really haven't seen too much of the central part of the country. Arkansas, I'd love to get there. The Upper Peninsula, Michigan, I'd love to get there. I do get invites all the time for people to have me come down to Georgia. We've been to Durham town, but not everywhere. Alabama, there's plenty of places in Alabama we have not been. I do have to get my butt in gear and really try to plan some of these trips and make them happen. Not just, hey, we're going to go. I think the biggest challenge we have is our group. When we started riding, we're in the middle of COVID. Everybody, that's pretty much all you could do. So people were free and available, and as you get older and you have more and more going on in life, you wind up not having the same open schedule as everyone else. You got birthday parties and baby showers and commitments and family stuff, and people get sick, and there's injuries and there's repairs and you name it. So we don't always have the luxury of being able to go out with the same group of individuals. Doc and Miguel and Gary and Adrian and Josh and Dante and Shane, everyone still rides for the most part. But, there's family, there's stuff that's going on. I would hope that I'd be able to ride with them again sometime soon. We had fun riding with Doc and Keith and group down in West Virginia. It was great. Doc came down in his RV, and he had the Polaris, and we went riding, had a great time. It was good to hang out with him. It was great. Just recently, we did a group ride before Moab. And that we had Sal from Slow Dog Off-Road Shenanigans. Gary was there. We had Frank. We had a whole bunch of people there. Doc was there. All these people, and it had a great time. But it is a local destination. So now, if we want to go back down to Alabama, you need a day to drive there, right? You need a day to drive there, and then you need a day to drive back. So it doesn't always make sense for everybody to be able to do these trips. So myself, I still do work, some consulting and IT work. So my Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays are pretty much in the office. I work. I still do stuff remote. I still have to work. Still got to pay the bills, right? So that does leave Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Mondays to do some extended trips. Now, I do have to say, after driving my Ram 1500 and towing the four-seater Can-Am on the back of a U-Haul vehicle trailer from West Virginia to Tennessee, and then all the way up to Pennsylvania for 14 hours, not interested in that anymore. Now, eventually, she will go back down to Tennessee in the future. Or I may go down there and I may rent them. I do have a couple new partners down there with cabins and rentals, and we'll see who is still around down there. There's so much growth going on in Tennessee and Pioneer. There's campgrounds coming up left and right, and businesses left and right, and I don't know what the outcome will be, but there will be a lot of changes, I'm sure. There's plenty of space in Tennessee for everybody, but it's getting tight in Pioneer. I can say that and see that. Either way, my discussion is I do want to continue to work with friends that want to get me up to Maine and get me up to New Hampshire. Now for that, I will have to bring the RMAX, and she's in Pennsylvania. It's not a big deal. I can go out there one day, drive up. I do have a trailer for her. That's not an issue as well. If I do find some locations where I can take the Can-Am, I do have to find myself a bigger trailer. Now, I'm guessing it's going to wind up being an 8x12, 8x16, I don't know what it is, but a Can-Am 4-seat max It's got to be at least 13 or 14 feet long. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it's 12 or 13 feet long. You need some space. You need, she's 75, 76, 77 wide with the tires and everything. So I would need a significant trailer. And again, I could also bring it up to Trailside Ranch or anywhere else, but I think for the summer she's going to stay local, either in Pennsylvania or in the area. So trips, I would really like to get out to Colorado. Unfortunately, I think it's going to wind up being a fly and rent location. So I really want to be able to do that. I got to get back out to Glamis again. I would love to be able to just have my own ride to go everywhere, but travel is just not economical, time-wise or money-wise. So I am hoping that I can do some more of that this season and this winter, and I'm going to focus on trying to really get some good stuff going. For filming, I would like to bring the Can-Am to AOAA on the Jeep trails and be able to do some of the full-size stuff. Of course, I will want to have some big vehicles as well. I'm not going to have Gary and his trail be there to help and assist and winch. I'm going to have some bigger machines. So I would like to get down to Busco Beach. I'd like to get back to Durham Town again. And like I said, with Yvonne and Jason and all them, I'd like to get down to Arkansas. There will be other locations that we can make our way to. But I think almost everywhere in Pennsylvania I've made, we made it too. I have to get to Piney Trail Ridge Riders. Piney Ridge Riders? Maybe it's Piney Trail Ridge Riders. I'm getting them confused with Vermont. Vermont, I got to get back and get my VASA tag and see what I can do. So if you are watching this and you have suggestions or you have a location you want us to come to, we'll get our own hotel room and everything, but would love to have you as a tour guide. We'll bring you some merch. It may be a hat, maybe a flag, maybe a hat and a shirt and a flag. You never know, and stickers and everything. So your group can be in a video. We'll feature you and your trail or your property or your park or whatever you have. Look us up. Yeah, because we're more than willing to come on up. And when I say we, sometimes it's me, and sometimes Keith can join, sometimes Doc can join, sometimes Gary can join. In a perfect world, Shane will join us for some more riding. I just know he's been doing a lot of ATV rides with his family and everything. So that's been, I think they have been doing some trips to some of the old standards. Rock Run, Mines and Meadows, Mountain Ridge. So they've been doing some of that. So that's all good. Still have the Grizzly, be able to do some day trips if I have to. If the need arises, I will do that as well. The overall scheme for the summer is try to tell stories and try to do videos that are new, but don't redo what you have done already. I think that's probably good for the viewers and good for me. I don't want to go to the same place over and over and over again. I would like to go back to Mines and Meadows and Rock Run and Mountain Ridge because I've only been there single visits, and that makes sense. But that's it, guys. Underneath the limit of 10 minutes and where I'd like to drive. There's plenty more places. I'm sure that I can go out west somewhere, and I'm sure that there's Washington State, and I'm sure there's some in California, and I'm sure there's tons in Arizona and Nevada, and the dust. There's plenty of other sand dune locations, which could make for some fun. Obviously, I would have to rent out there. So, you have a suggestion, put it in the comments. Thanks for watching. This is behind the scenes of the Beaten Trail, and this was an episode about, well, where would I like to ride that I haven't ridden yet. So, thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you out there on the trail. Thanks.